I know for a fact that God made me who I am. There's some bad parts of me, but okay, we're working on that, right? I can't help, I'm just a creative, strange, weird person. That's who I am, and it's okay. I like who I am, and I think God does too. My name is Jean Alexander. I am a visual artist. I have always known I was an artist. My earliest memories, and this is honest to goodness, was of sitting around with a pencil drawing. My mom said as soon as I could hold a pencil at about 3, she said I was drawing. I became a Christian when I was really young. I was like 7 years old. I haven't done a whole lot of Christian paintings, but the ones I have done, I think, have been based on grace. To me, the Second Thoughts painting was actually kind of faith-based, but that was more about grace. Again, a girl just sitting on her bed, and she looks really thoughtful, and I think that to me was, what did she do that night? She's just gotten home. She's taking off her boots. What happened? I leave it up to the viewer. In my mind, I think she might have done something she wasn't sure she should have done. But that's me. It's kind of like second thoughts. I call it second thoughts. I think most of us have experienced times like that in our lives. And I just thought that was kind of fun to see if I could capture that. And there's a giant blow up of my Samaritan woman hanging in our church hallway. She's at the well, woman at the well, but that really spoke to me. There's a series of paintings that I did, and they were inspired by grace for me. It was, about, God is the potter and we are the clay and all that. And I did a series of 9 paintings, and I had pots from every possible different place I could think of, or culture, anything that looked kind of cultural, I think I really wanted to use in this. And then the one guy who kind of headed this up decided that there was something sinful about them. He proceeded to take those 3 paintings that he was most offended by, and he took them out of the exhibit. I felt like I had been attacked on the deepest level. I can't even tell you how it felt. I was absolutely flabbergasted and enraged at the same time. At times, organized religion or the church has made people feel like they were less than, and that they didn't fit, and they weren't a member of the club, and they couldn't be involved, and there's no place for them here. If they wanted to be a part of it, they had to change completely. And I think that's wrong. And if we can embrace our commonality, embrace who we are as people, and embrace God's love for us and grace, that's really what it's all about. I've done a couple of projects with North Point, like we did the Canvas series. That was great. It was wonderful. It was very creative. It was free. We were basically given a large canvas and said, do what, you need to make this about money, just go for it. That's great. That's what every artist wants. I have one portrait I did of a grandfather and the baby and his grandson. And this was commissioned, and it was a young couple, and the grandfather had recently passed away. And they were kind of sad because they thought, he'll never know his grandson. And so they wanted me to do a portrait of the 2 of them together. And I did. I took 2 photos and I worked them together. And I thought, there's a lot of emotional stuff there, So you have the baby who'll never know his grandfather, but the grandfather in the portrait is looking at the baby with so much love. And it's one of my favorite pieces. I want to take those moments that everybody has in one way or another in their lives, and I just want to show that. To me, that is, that's a sweet moment. Even though it's painful, it's bittersweet, but it's sweet. It's love, and it's loss, it's life. That's life right there. Those 2 words to me, that's what I want to show people.